Welcome. Thank you for stopping by. This is going to be another energy analysis on a celebrity slash public figure. And I haven't done one in a while just because whenever I have free time, I like to dedicate it to y'all or whoever subscribed to me. And so I always put my celebrities or public figures, on the back burner for another day. And it's just, the months have flown by. So I just wanted to do one today. Given the current state of affairs, I wanted to go back to or revisit our president, Donald Trump. And no matter your political affiliations or how you feel about him, if you're curious about him and his energy, feel free to continue watching, and I hope that you do. We're going to look at the current energies for September. We're going to look at how he's feeling, what he's thinking, what are his intentions as our president. We're going to look at his actions, the observations from our loved ones on the other side, what they can see from their point of view about what he's doing, as well as what does his inner circle notice about him. Okay, in his daily life, as well as predictions for the next 3 months, so October, November, December, or the rest of the year 2025. And with predictions, it could happen earlier than expected or later than expected or not at all, because he is a public figure on a grander scale. Okay, there's a lot of moving parts with him on what he may choose to do and what others may choose to do. So predictions, take it or leave it. It's just something that I find entertaining to do. So with that said, we're going to start with the current energies of September. Over here, if you notice, I have my orientation cards. I have been including them in my readings lately, but I don't really discuss what these are. These are just to let me know, and every tarot reader calls them different, okay? But for me, I call them my orientation cards. And these cards just let me know how a person's feeling, what are they needing, okay, and what stage of life that they're in right now, and a significant time or date, okay. And we'll get into this later, but right now I just want to look at his energies. So you have the Fool in reverse and the Seven of Swords for September. And to me, it looks like with the Fool here, this is bright, strong, forceful, or a burst of energy, okay, of energy that wants to go out and achieve something. They go head on, full force, no thinking. You could look at it as impulsive, but also optimistic or delusional even. And with this type of energy, it could either go, any kind of way. It could go positive or negative on whatever you choose to do and whatever comes your way, okay? Outside forces, your environment, the people around you, whatever you may face, your energy can go any way, but the point is you start off very strong in your energy, high motivation, okay, high dedication, and this need to keep moving forward on a new journey. But because it's in reverse, it looks like now where he started off strong, he is now slowly losing steam or losing that energy, that motivation, passion, his focus or dedication to continue down a certain life path or to continue certain goals. With the Seven of Swords here, you see a man, his eyes are this way. He's watching someone. So our president could have a focus on some third party here, and we can look to see who he's looking at. But typically the Seven of Swords is someone sneaking away or trying to go unnoticed by this third party. And so you could say that his energy right now, because it has lost its power, he may have an energy of escapism, manipulation, or an energy of powerlessness or helplessness, or a need to leave before he risks losing anything else. And what could he risk losing? It could be anything that he values, anything he finds worthy of holding on to. Okay, but we'll take a closer look. But yeah, that is his energy for September. A loss of power, of motivation, of passion, a need for escapism, manipulation, or a fear of losing what he values most. That is the energy of September. And we'll keep going. Okay, we're going to take a look at his heart. So how is he feeling in September? So 3 cards for how he's feeling. So in his heart, okay, you have the Hierophant, the 9 of Wands. Let me put this over here. You have the Hierophant, the 9 of Wands, and the Justice card. So in his heart, you could see if this was him, right? The energy of the 9 of Wands is someone who's exhausted, overwhelmed, hurt, okay, physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, they're hurt, okay, or they're wounded, and they're wanting to give up, or they may be at risk of losing hope with whatever they're trying to do, their goals, or within their goals, relationships, career, education, whatever it is that they want or need or desire. They may be at risk of losing hope in obtaining those goals. And you see him, instead of looking at the Justice here, his eyes are focused on the Hierophant. Both the Hierophant and Justice, or you can see this Judge, they both deliver judgment, right? They both have ideologies or perspectives on what's right, what's wrong, what's moral, what's ethic. They both have different they both have measurements of what makes a good person. And for our president, his main concern is the Hierophant. So to me, this looks like his heart is wanting salvation on a spiritual level, more so than in the physical or material world. He may be waiting on a miracle from the universe, or he could be wanting help from certain organizations that are loyal to him or that he is loyal to, versus him relying on the judicial system or our laws to help him out here in September. And he also just may be feeling at mercy of what is going on right now. And so he may be again feeling helpless, powerless, and just wanting someone to come rescue him or to save him or to give him that peace of mind that he's going to be okay and that he's going to come out on the other side unscathed or uninjured or without losing out on whatever it is that he wants or needs. Anything else for how he's feeling? Let's do 3 more. You have the King of Cups in reverse, the Ace of Wands, and the 10 of Pentacles for how he's feeling. So yeah, with the King of Cups, it's just emotionally overwhelmed, emotionally unstable for him in September. And here with the Ace of Wands, if you notice with the 9 of Wands, we're missing the 10th wand. So it's almost like he's wanting that missing wand to complete him, to make him feel better. So again, it's leaning into him wanting salvation, wanting to feel whole again, wanting to feel better, wanting to get that sense of security or comfort. And with the 10 of Pentacles, again, having that need to know that everything is going to be okay, especially for his financial stability, for himself, and for his family. So he also wants his family to be safe, secure, comfortable, and happy as well in his heart. We're going to move on. Okay, we're going to take a look at his mental health, or what he's thinking about in September. You have the 4 of Swords in reverse. Let me fix that. The 8 of Swords and the 4 of Wands. So what is on his mind is just being able to, with the Four of Swords here, let me turn over. It's a man in a casket, okay? So he could be focusing on some sort of recovery for himself, whether that's a physical recovery or recovery of his mental state, emotional state, spiritual state. Just his overall well-being. He could be wanting to just recover his well-being, but with the Eight of Swords, there may be some restrictions placed on him. So he could be having some self-doubts. He could be depressed or disappointed. He could be worried that he won't ever recover his well-being. And with the Four of Swords here, there could be some sort of event that's happening soon that is on his mind, some gathering of different people, of like-minded individuals. Now, his recovery or his well-being could be connected to an event that may take place, and which is why he may also be worried about this. But let's keep going and get 3 more cards for his mental health. You have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, the Two of Cups in reverse, and the Empress in reverse. Okay, in his mind with the Nine of Pentacles, this is echoing the energy here of you started off strong, right? Because the Nine of Pentacles is about having financial wealth and financial success, being able to enjoy the luxuries of life, enjoying the fruit of your labor, but it's in reverse. So he could, on his mind, could be what he's losing or what he could be at risk of losing. Whatever, again, whatever it is that he values. With the Two of Cups here, maybe he's afraid of losing a certain type of partnership. And this could be a romantic, platonic, professional partnership. He could be afraid of losing the people he loves or the people, his constituents, right? He could be afraid of losing favor with those who support him or have voted for him. And with the Empress here in reverse, this is stagnant energy, or this is energy that's unable to produce anything new or anything productive or progressive. So again, it's going back to him losing some type of power, some type of energy of, again, motivation, passion, focus. I do feel like on his mind is this idea that he will lose everything that matters to him if he hasn't already. But with the Empress too, the Empress is one of the ultimate powers, and on his mind could be the fear of losing his seat of power or his presidency. Anything else for how his mental health is? Let's do 3 more. You have the Tower in reverse, the Six of Swords, and you have the Ten of Swords in reverse. This one, well, this is too many to come out. I'll leave those in. You have, let me adjust them here. You have the Tower in reverse, the Six of Swords, and the Ten of Swords in reverse. On his mind is just how to mitigate damage or how to mitigate loss. Okay, so again, the fear of losing out on something, losing his power, losing his relationships, losing his connections, losing his status. And there's this idea that if the tower should fall, he wants to be able to escape on a boat himself, and perhaps taking only a few people, because in the boat, only a few people can fit in this boat. So it's almost like he wants to save the few amount of people that he wants or that he chooses to value and take them somewhere where they cannot get hurt, okay? Within the Ten of Swords here, when this tower falls. All right, loved ones, what is this tower falling? Please explain, what is this tower falling? You have the Nine of Wands, the Two of Pentacles in reverse, and the Knight of Wands. Okay, so the Tower that is on his mind, okay, that may fall or is already falling. They're describing it as it is a battle of power between those who struggle and those who are not struggling. So it could be the struggle between the have and the have-nots, okay, here. But it's almost like because the Two of Pentacles is in reverse, it's like the power dynamics have shifted, or it has been the scale has been broken. That is the Tower moment. So both parties could experience some sort of awakening in their perspectives, either about their own situations or about the other. And for a president, because it's represented by the Tower, this could be something that is very volatile, okay, very polarizing, very quick, something that could cause a lot of pain. But again, this is his own opinion, or this is his own imagining of what happens when disillusionment happens between those who don't have power and those who do, when they clash together, or when they come together and experience this awakening at the same time. Okay, if that makes sense. Very interesting. Okay, we're gonna look at our president's intentions. Okay, what are his intentions? You have the Queen of Cups, the World, and the King of Swords. So for him, if you look at the Queen of Cups gazing into her cup, right? In her cup is the world, and the world symbolizes all the riches, all the luxuries, all the power in the world, that the possibilities that you could have. And what that means for him, his intentions are that he wants other people to recognize that he still possesses worldly power. The King of Swords, he not only wants to visually look like he has all the power in the world, but he wants to have that in the material world, so have it in writing. So he wants to legally have power, or he wants to maintain his authority wherever he goes. That is his intentions, to have no doubt in anyone's minds that he still has worldly power. Anything else about his intentions? You have the Sun in reverse, the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, and the Ace of Cups in reverse. So with the Sun here in reverse, it looks like he wants to cast a shadow over his misdoings. Within the Seven of Pentacles, all that you choose to invest your time, your energy, your effort into is coming into full bloom. For our president, he does not want a light shown on what is about to blossom, okay? So there could be something that is about to be shown that he doesn't want anyone to see. And again, given the energy of escapism, manipulation, or wanting to hide, he's wanting to make sure that some of his actions, or some of the consequences of his actions, or perhaps even evidence of his actions, never see the light of day. And with the Ace of Cups in reverse, this could be related to the Seven of Pentacles here and what he wants to hide. This could be acts of selfishness, acts that could be shameful, or something that he could have regretted. But also with this Ace of Cups, it kind of reminds me of Romeo and Juliet when they both decide to take the poison. It's almost like he's wanting to drink from the cup himself to quickly hide whatever was in this cup to begin with. So again, hiding his actions, hiding evidence, or having a final escape of drinking the poison, metaphorically, okay? Whatever this magic potion is for him, I just feel like his intention is to, if he cannot hide what he has done in the past, there is something that can save him from suffering the consequences or facing the consequences of his actions in the near future. Anything else about his intentions? You have the Justice in reverse, the Four of Pentacles, the Sun again in reverse, and that wanted to come out, the Nine of Swords. He may want people to see and believe in the Four of Pentacles that he still has some sort of power that he can hold on to where he will be safe, as well as those who may have supported him or followed him. And here with the Sun in reverse, this could mean he doesn't want other people to worry about the near future. So his intentions could also include him wanting to comfort other people or those he cares about or those who support him or follow him. He could also be extending that belief of everything is going to be okay. And nothing legally binding will happen for him or for those, again, who support him or follow him. So there's a part of him that wants to run away or escape by himself and to just protect himself. And there's another part of him and his intentions that wants to comfort people or to make other people believe that everything will be okay. Okay. Now let's see what he's actually doing according to our loved ones on the other side and what they can see from their point of view. You have the Two of Cups, the Wheel and Fortune in reverse, the Temperance in reverse. From their point of view, they see that our president is currently partnering with someone. Okay, if we take a closer look, our president is coming together with someone. And this could be, again, in his personal life or professional life. There's someone that he's trying to form an alliance with. However, given the Wheel of Fortune here and the Temperance both in reverse, the alliance that he's creating could cause misfortune for everyone involved in this alliance, and it's going to prove to be a bad alliance, as in the partnership is not based on mutual trust, mutual understanding, mutual shared goals. But let's clarify this. You have the Queen of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles popping out again, and the Knight of Cups in reverse. So with this Queen of Pentacles here, to me this looks like this could be either him or the other person in this alliance. And again, the alliances could be personal, professional, but there's someone in this partnership that has been given a gift. However, they don't like the gift, or maybe they are trying to figure out what to do with this gift. I don't know what this gift is, but it does look like it's going to be measured or weighed, the benefits, the pros and cons. And with the Knight of Cups here in reverse, it's almost like they are going to refuse to accept this gift. So let me see who this Queen of Pentacles is. You have the Chariot in reverse, the Four of Cups, the Strength in reverse. Let me put it up. So who this Queen of Pentacles is, okay, is someone in the Chariot in reverse who has been dethroned. It's someone who has recently lost power. It's someone who's looking for alliance, looking for partnerships or connections, looking for something to help their situation, and definitely needing the alliance to bring them back into power or to strengthen their own power. Let's keep going. Please help clarify, if you can, loved ones, who this Queen of Pentacles is. You have the Moon, the Four of Swords, and the Ten of Cups. Okay, given the Ten of Cups here, I feel like the Queen of Pentacles is representative of our president. So, okay, this makes more sense now. Our loved ones on the other side are saying what they can see him doing is that he wants true connections of power or of alliance with other people. And this could be with our country, it could be with other countries. But when he has been given the connections of power in the Two of Pentacles, he doesn't appreciate what he has. It's almost like the more he obtains, the less he is happy. And with the Ten of Cups here, it's almost like he's lost sight of what he should truly care about, which could be representing his family or just having a life that is filled with purpose, fulfillment, contentment, okay, peace, harmony. What he should be going after, he's lost sight of, because now he keeps wanting more and more, and he's been gifted more and more, but it's just not enough. So it's almost like he's rejecting the true gifts that have been given to him. So in a way, it's like they're saying he should have been happy a long time ago, but instead he lost his way, especially with the Chariot in reverse. He may have lost his way. According to them, with what he's been doing, he's been given so much, and he should be happy for what could fulfill him or give him purpose. He should be focused on having loving, or he should be focused on connections filled with love or respect. Instead, he keeps wanting more and more, which will ultimately destroy the alliance or destroy the partnership or connection. And again, this is his connection in his personal life or his professional life. Now let's see what his inner circle notice about him. And his inner circle are people who can observe him on a daily basis. So friends, family, co-workers, okay. You have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, the Three of Swords, and this one had come out as well. You have the King of Swords and the Emperor in reverse. Okay, y'all can't see that on camera, so let me move it up a little. So they notice what he's choosing to do, okay, his actions. They're painful. To them, it's painful. It may feel like a betrayal, okay, to them. What he's choosing to communicate to other people or to them, his inner circle, what he's choosing to enact as his whatever his rules or regulations or policies, his inner circle believe that it is a betrayal on what he chooses to do, or that it's harmful with what he chooses to say or do. And with the Emperor here in reverse, his inner circle also believe that he may be operating as a tyrant or dictator, that he's abusing his power, that he may be unfair or cruel, or that he may be very single-minded or self-centered with what he chooses to do, and that he may not be the right leader to have. So this is what his inner circle may believe. Anything else? For his inner circle, you have the Ace of Wands in reverse, the Hanged One in reverse, and the Two of, this wanted to come out too. You have the Two of Wands and the Page of Cups in reverse. Okay, so his inner circle with the Ace of Wands here, this could represent projects that have been initiated or projects that need to be initiated, and his inner circle believe that he's refusing to focus on the right projects or the right goals. He's refusing to plan or prepare appropriately or adequately, so he may not be as effective as he thinks he is. And with the Page of Cups here in reverse, his inner circle could believe that perhaps he is self-centered, he is emotionally immature, or that he may not have the right motivations that they deem worthy to have. And overall, he may just be resistant to any type of change that they want to propose. So perhaps in his inner circle, they may come to him with certain proposals on things to enact or things to amend or to do, and he's very much resistant to any change that is suggested by other people other than himself or whatever he deems worthy. Ouch. Okay, that's what his inner circle may notice about him. So let's just move on to predictions. I'll do the rest of September, then we'll do October, November, and December. The predictions are going to be quick snapshots or brief overviews of what he chooses to do as our president. Before we start predictions, I know I haven't addressed the left-hand side, but really they're meant for him. And there's nothing that could enhance the reading by explaining, other than maybe his highest need right now is leisure, or you have hobbies, vacations, volunteer work, travel, a break from routine, fun, new excitement, something to re-energize or re-inspire him. So his highest need is to take a break and get re-inspired, okay? That's maybe only what could enhance this reading, but we've already noticed, or we've already observed that he could be overwhelmed or exhausted, wanting a break, needing to recover. The only thing that could be interesting tied to the predictions here, a significant time or date would be summer, okay? And summer in my location would be June, July, September, okay? So it could happen this month. This month of September could be something significant for our president, or next summer, okay? June, July, September, next year. But we'll see as we go along. So yeah, those are the only two cards that could help y'all watching, okay? All right, moving on to predictions. So for the rest of September, you have the Eight of Cups, the Ace of Cups. I'll go ahead and draw clarity for the rest of September. For October, you have the Hanged Man, the Six of Wands. Clarifying it, you have the Ace of Wands, the King of Pentacles in reverse. These two wanted to come out. You have the Knight of Swords in reverse and the High Priestess. And we have November, Justice in reverse, Eight of Swords in reverse. To clarify it, we have Two of Swords, the Hermit, the Eight of Wands. And I'll go ahead and do December last. So we're going to round out the year. Okay, so we're going to So we're gonna round out the year. We're gonna do December last, okay? Looking at the rest of September, it looks like there may be some public unrest or public dissatisfaction. As far as his actions, it doesn't look like he's up to anything major for the rest of September. Things could be slow to progress for what he chooses to do, but it does look like he puts in an offer to help make the public like him again with this Ace of Cups. Now let's see. I'm going to clarify. You have the Tower in reverse, the Six of Pentacles. Oh, you have the Four of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Wanted to come out. Okay, this Ace of Cups here, whatever he's presenting to the public, and this could be to our country or this could be to other countries. It's a gift that is supposed to look like it's charity, or that it's out of mercy, or it's out of good faith. But in reality, whatever this gift is doesn't really have long lasting value. So it could be superficial, or it could really just be for looks or publicity, but it doesn't hold much weight in the long run. Okay, looking at October, it does look like he may have an opportunity here in the Ace of Wands to sort of change things for the better, okay, or to do better, be better. But against his better judgment, he decides not to. So with the Knight of Swords here, there's something that he can legalize or put pen to paper, and to create a new law, policy, or amendment. There's something that requires his approval or acceptance, or for him to say yes, and he chooses not to. So he may be very resistant to positive change in October. Now, with the Six of Wands here, it could have to do with some sort of conflict or battle or war going on right now, and there's many going on right now. So it could be any number of conflicts right now, internally in our country or externally in other countries around the world. But he does look like this could even be like an peace offering or olive branch from somebody else who extends some sort of alliance or some sort of solution to help out in a conflict. And in the Hanged One, he's like, nope, I'm not going to take this peace offering, this olive branch. I'm not going to accept or come up with any solution to end a conflict. And again, it may be against his better judgment. With the High Priestess here, he may know that what he's doing will have negative impact or negative consequences, but he is going to stay put anyway. Either stay quiet or stay out of it, or to not influence the matter in a positive way. And I wonder, why is he staying out of it? Let's see. Why would our president be staying out of it? 3 more cards. You have the Nine of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Page of Swords. So it looks like it's better for him to stay out of a certain conflict, because trying to be in the middle of a conflict would risk his financial stability or risk his security, to risk his power, and he doesn't want to do that. So he's going to stay out of it in October, okay? Or with the Page of Swords here, he may receive news that if he chooses to stay out of this conflict, he gets something out of it, okay? I don't know what it is, but that could be his October. In November here, it looks like he has the power or the influence to decide something legally within the justice here in the justice card. So something to do with law and order, something to do with the judicial system, maybe a court case in particular. He has a decision to make on how he wants to proceed, on what he wants to say, on what he wants to do. With the Hermit, he has to think things through because the changes are going to happen quickly in November. Changes are going to happen that has to deal with law and order, and it will impact him. So whatever he chooses to say or do will determine if he's able, in the Eight of Swords, to free himself or not. Okay, that is his November. Anything else about November? Let's see, 3 more. You have the Knight of Cups in reverse, the 5 of Swords, and the Devil in reverse. Yeah, November just looks like it carries the energy of how to free himself from experiencing negative consequences, even if it may be unfair for him to maybe abuse his power or take advantage of his connections or of his power in order to escape or to avoid any negative consequences. Yeah, November is just him trying to figure out how to get out of a certain situation, a certain difficult situation for him. Okay, let's take a look at December. Okay, for December, you have, these two came out, the World, the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, and to clarify December, you have 5 of Wands, the 4 of Swords in reverse, and the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So taking a look at December for our president. Okay, in December, if you remember in the beginning of the reading, he was represented by the Queen of Pentacles, or he could have been. And just meaning it was to represent him in a partnership or in an alliance to where he's been given so much and, you know, he just wants more and more and more. He was the Queen of Pentacles, okay, in the beginning of the reading. It's saying now with the World that he's no longer the Queen of Pentacles. He no longer has a hold of the power that he has now. And here with the 5 of Wands, there's a lot of bickering, okay, of who wants to take his power. Who wants to take his power? And in the 4 of Swords, remember, in his mental state, he was worried about his well-being and being able to recover on time. With it being in reverse, I feel like he wasn't able to recover. With the Knight of Pentacles too, in reverse, and the Nine of Pentacles is about is having responsibility for yourself and for others, so just putting in that hard work. I don't think in December he's able to put in hard work on his own, that he may be affected by his recovery time, and other people, the people in his cabinet or the people who support him in power may be at odds with each other, because now he no longer has the amount of the amount of control that he has. This could also though represent the people who oppose him, right? Because now if his seat of power is open for the taking, anybody, those who support him and those who oppose him, could be in competition. Could be in competition to be next in, could be next in line or next to have that power. Okay, let's do 3 more for December. You have the 7 of Wands in reverse, the Star in reverse, and these two. You have the 5 of Pentacles in reverse and Death. Okay. Okay, there's this energy in December with the 7 of Wands. There's no longer need to to fight so hard for power. And this could be dealing with the president, that he no longer has a need to fight for power, that now is just leaving it up to the universe for what is meant to be. That our president has to go through some sort of self-transformation in the death card, because we got the Four of Swords, a casket, and the death. I don't want to say the obvious of what this could mean. I will just say this could be some sort of self-transformation for him happening in December, to where he now no longer has the amount of power that he used to, and maybe he has to rely on other people to help him maintain some sort of stability within his presidency. Now, whatever it may be, December does look like it might be one of full of surprises, but you know, there's only one way to find out and to see when December happens. And with that said, if you found this entertaining or interesting, please like the video to let me know, or subscribe to my channel if you haven't, or just keep coming back. With that said, take care until next time.